It look like Bria Hartley just got instant karma, bro. She out for the season. I'm here to tell you the most dirtiest player in the WNBA contract has been written, bro. And I'm here to tell you she's out for the season. Yes, you heard me correctly. Yeah, man, Bria Hartley. So Connecticut PR has released a statement. Bria Hartley is to miss the remainder of the season.
Was this just a strange coincidence? Or did the basketball gods decide to balance the scales in real time? One week, fans saw Sophie Cunningham collapse to the floor, clutching her knee in agony. Before the debate about intent even cooled, Bria Hartley, the very player in the spotlight of the controversy, was ruled out for the rest of the season with a knee injury of her own. The timing was too sharp to ignore, and instantly the narrative shifted from outrage to talk of instant karma.
This picture is going viral with Bria Hartley with the sinister grin, right? This malevolent look that's on her face right now. Clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham, man.
This wasn't just another injury update. It was a storyline that cut across highlight reels, press conferences, and endless threads online. Was it irony, justice, or simply bad luck? No matter how you spin it, the back-to-back events captured something raw about competition. One moment you're the villain, the next you're the one sidelined. That's why this story became more than a box score note. It turned into the most talked-about subplot in the WNBA this season.
Is the play that just occurred.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it. And she went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain.
The moment Sophie Cunningham went down, the energy in the arena shifted. Hard fouls and tough collisions are part of the game, but this looked different. Sophie didn't pop back up, didn't even try to shake it off. Instead, she reached for her knee immediately, and trainers sprinted to her side. Her teammates circled around as the building went quiet, because everyone recognized what they were seeing, an injury that wasn't going to heal in a few minutes. Minutes later, the official word confirmed the worst, a torn MCL. Sophie's season was finished.
Oh, and Cunningham is down. My goodness. Should be. Scary moment as we went to commercial. Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard, and she is being helped off the floor, heading back to the locker room.
Even with the sting of that diagnosis, she surprised many by refusing to throw gasoline on the fire. She told reporters she didn't believe Hartley acted with intent, but fans didn't see it that way, and social media was already framing the moment as a dirty play. That gap between Sophie's words and the public's reaction only fueled the controversy, pushing this storyline to the center of the basketball conversation.
Sophie Cunningham, let's be clear here. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very clear here. But Sophie Cunningham was flat out targeted by a dirty, dirty player.
And before we go deeper, let me pause here. If you're watching and want to stay ahead of stories like this, stories that cut deeper than a headline, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We're building a community that actually digs into the details of women's basketball. Also, we've launched a free newsletter that gives you exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes insights, and a free guide you can download right now at basketplay.online. Signing up means you'll never miss breaking stories like this, and you'll get resources we don't share anywhere else. So join us. It's free, and it helps this channel keep growing.
Making all kind of excuses to say that Bria Hartley is not a dirty player. Let me tell y'all something, man. Come on in here. Come on in here, man. Let me tell y'all something. If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, eats like a duck, it's a duck, man. Come on, man. She is the dirtiest player in the WNBA right now, winning the trophy. All right? Winning the trophy for it. Don't sit here and try to tell me Bria Hartley is not a dirty player.
The collision alone might have been chalked up as bad luck. But then came the image that set the internet on fire. Cameras caught Bria Hartley with what looked like a grin just moments after Sophie hit the hardwood. Call it a smirk, Call it nerves, call it whatever you want. What fans saw was a player smiling while her opponent clutched her knee in pain. And once that still frame hit social media, there was no turning back.
Atkins, 7 to shoot. Cardoso rolls, catch. Cardoso over the top, can't get it. Reese fights for the rebound and a foul, and this time gets a little chippy and a shove on Nelson Adota. And listen, this arena, typically we'll see some ringside fights.
Within minutes, the photo was everywhere. Screenshots, zoom-ins, memes, and angry captions spread across timelines. In the modern game, perception often matters more than fact, and perception painted Hartley as the villain. Whether or not she meant it, the image branded her, at least temporarily, as the face of dirty play. Fans don't always wait for context. They take the picture that matches their feelings and run with it. And this time, the crowd wasn't feeling forgiving.
So Mike put this up about an hour ago. He said, to all of those defending Bria Hartley, look at what she liked on Instagram. Emo, she's the dirtiest player in the league and should be kicked out. Most recently, Sophie Cunningham has been hurt with the knee tear and is out for the season. Look at this. Look at this. Now, Bria is the definition of consistency. Now, this is her liking this. This is her liking this post. Y'all see that? Breezy, 1414, and others. Bria is the definition. She's liking this post. Look at this. Death taxes and Bria Hartley always being at the scene of the crime. Now, that's her choke slamming Angel Reese.
Once that photo exploded, people started digging through the season for receipts, and they found plenty of clips that seemed to confirm their suspicions. The most famous came from the battle with Angel Reese, where Hartley appeared to tug at Reese's hair in the middle of a rebound scrum. That clip alone brought accusations of unsportsmanlike conduct, with fans convinced it wasn't a normal swipe for the ball but a blatant grab.
Indiana Fever fans wake up pissed off today. Pissed off. Not only are we getting assaulted, but they're smiling about it. This is the 6th time they've smiled, laughed, and cheered on our Indiana Fever players getting assaulted, getting injured. And it pisses me off.
From there, the internet built a file. Other incidents resurfaced, shoves, heated confrontations, and moments where Hartley seemed to be at the center of chaos. Even though some of these were just the kind of physical plays that happen every game, stacked together they started to form a pattern. By the time Sophie Cunningham's injury entered the picture, the narrative was already locked in. To fans, this wasn't an isolated accident. It was another line in a long list of questionable moments.
Maybe you should focus her sister. Maybe you should focus less on finding players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about hiring officials that are capable to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic. Praying for you. The only good thing positive surrounding Sophie Cunningham coming out of this game, she looked in good spirits in the locker room.
But the anger wasn't only aimed at Hartley. Fans turned their attention to the officials and the league itself. The complaint was clear. Referees were inconsistent. Some nights they swallowed the whistle on hard contact, other nights they blew it on minor bumps. That lack of standard made it impossible for players to know where the line was, and fans accused the league of protecting its image instead of its athletes.
Bria Hartley deserves zero benefit of the doubt. And Sophie Cunningham's family not too happy. I believe this is Mama C. Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's playing mean and plays out of control. Looked out of control to me.
What really added fuel was Sophie's history with fines. Earlier in the season, she had been penalized multiple times for criticizing officiating. To fans, it looked backward. Punish the player who speaks out, but let reckless physical play slide. That double standard built resentment, and when Sophie went down against the Sun, frustration boiled over. People weren't just mad at one player, they were questioning whether the league was protecting its own stars at all.
It's stated Connecticut Sun guard Bria Hartley will miss the remainder of the season due to a meniscus tear in her right knee. Injury sustained during team practice. You got hurt at practice? Hartley is expected to make a full recovery. So you mean to tell me her own team hurt her? Oh, my God. Her own team hurt her? Oh, man. Oh, dog. This is funny as hell. I should laugh. But damn, dog. How your own team hurt you, bro. Hartley is expected to make a full recovery. Additional updates will be provided.
Then, just as the outrage peaked, the story flipped on its head. The Connecticut Sun announced that Bria Hartley herself had suffered a right knee meniscus tear during practice. Effective immediately, her season was over. It wasn't a suspension, it wasn't a punishment, it was an injury. And the timing was impossible to ignore. Within days of being accused of a dirty hit that ended Sophie's season, Hartley's own season ended the very same way.
That, like, I was like, Bria and I are super cool, and like she would never try to hurt me, because there are some girls that I think might, but she wouldn't do that. And so I have nothing but.
Well, Sophie, I got news for you. The universe thought otherwise. They got her ass up out of here, bro. Damn. Which they weren't going to the playoffs anyways, but man, karma's a ish. I just got to keep it real, bro. I mean, this is everywhere.
The internet didn't hesitate. Instant karma became the trending phrase. Some called it poetic justice. Others called it divine irony. Of course, the truth is simpler. Injuries are part of basketball, and sometimes the timing is cruel. But perception once again drove the conversation. To fans who felt Sophie had been wronged, Hartley's injury looked like fate stepping in to do what the league refused to do. Whether fair or not, the storyline had written itself.
So it said, wonder if she's grinning now. Oh, instant karma on their ass. Prayers do come true. Some of the same people complaining about injury. Somebody said, man, the storyline of this league is incredible. Man, I did an incredible video talking about the injuries, dog. Somebody said, oh, that's terrible news. That's a voodoo doll. No more head hunting for her.
Through all the noise, Sophie Cunningham herself showed remarkable composure. On her podcast, she chose grace, saying she believed Hartley hadn't meant harm, and that it was simply a basketball play gone wrong. Those words stood out because they contradicted the outrage swirling online. Instead of fueling the fire, Sophie tried to calm it. Her message was about perspective, not payback.
Somebody said this was her karma. She went into every game this year and either tried to bully someone because she knew her team had her back, or she did a dirty play on someone she knew her team had her back. She never stood up for herself and then injured someone for the whole season. And guess what? Her team ended up injuring her. Bro.
Yet on social media, Sophie also showed her fire. In a short, sharp tweet, F around and find out, she reminded everyone she wasn't going to back down from critics. That contrast between her calm honesty and her fierce defiance made her even more relatable to fans. She could be both, the competitor who refuses to hold grudges, and the fighter who won't let anyone walk over her. That dual image only deepened the respect she earned in the middle of a chaotic storyline.
Now look, you can tell Bria Hartley, in my opinion, she launched herself into her knee. She did. And I've seen some of the reaction online, and guys, it's despicable. It really is. There's a lot of people celebrating this injury. And guess what? You can imagine who it is. It's members of the old WNBA fandom, the ones that root for Paige Beckers and Angel Reese and Asia Wilson and all the usual damn suspects.
While the headlines focused on Hartley and Sophie, the Fever themselves kept moving. Kelsey Mitchell erupted with huge scoring nights, including performances that forced people to take notice. Lexi Hull stepped into a leadership role, showing that this team had depth even when the roster looked thin. And while Caitlin Clark's updates stayed cautious and day-to-day, the sense of anticipation around her return hung over every game.
Well, you come at Sophie's sister, you come at Sophie. And Sophie saw this comment, and bless her heart, she answered it. She answered it. Some of us were raised by the words of, quote, don't bite off more than you can chew. And some of us didn't. Quote, F around and find out. F around and find out. Kiss. God bless this woman. Yeah, seriously. She's great.
Instead of collapsing under the weight of injuries, Indiana leaned into toughness. They showed that resilience wasn't just a buzzword, it was how they lived. And in a strange way, Sophie's injury seemed to galvanize them. Even if she couldn't be on the court, her energy and her refusal to play victim became part of the team's identity. The Fever weren't just surviving, they were proving that a season can't be defined by one player's absence.
I know Bria, and I'm actually really good friends with Bria, and I had been waiting to get on the pod and so we could talk about this because I did want to tweet it out, but I don't think that there was no ill intent. I think it was basketball play. I was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. She fell. Like, there's no way that she would go in there and potentially try to hurt me. And so I had nothing but love for Bria. And I even told my mom, because she tweeted something. I was like, no, Mom, I get it. But I promise you that I was like, Bria and I are super cool. And she would never try to hurt me. Because there are some girls that I think might, but she wouldn't do that. And so I have nothing but love. And so I hope people stop giving Bria some heat, because I don't think she meant to do that at all.
So what's the lasting takeaway? A smirk in the wrong second turned into a viral symbol. A season-ending injury turned into a story of karma. And two players, one painted as a villain, one lifted up as a fighter, found themselves sidelined at the same time. The truth is, perception isn't always reality, but perception shapes the conversation. And this conversation showed just how quickly narratives form and how hard they are to undo.
I'm officially 3 for 3 on being fined by the WNBA.
Holy shit. For this? For the pod? Again?
They didn't like my comments on Paige Becker's.
No way.
I didn't even say anything bad.
On the whistle? On the quick whistle?
Yeah. But why?
For Sophie, the focus now is on recovery and the long road back. For Hartley, it's the same. The league still faces questions about consistency and safety. But one thing is clear. The storyline isn't over. It will continue the moment either player steps back onto the hardwood. Until then, fans will argue, clips will circulate, and the debate over intent and karma will keep burning.
I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you too. Proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. I know that sometimes it sounds like just a word when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. Yep. It's how y'all live, and it's a tribute to you. It's a tribute to your connectedness, your togetherness, your toughness, your mindset. You never give up gritty attitudes. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
And if you've made it this far, you're clearly part of the basketball community that cares about more than just highlight reels. So, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at basketplay.online. Not only will you get exclusive women's basketball updates straight to your inbox, but you'll also receive a free guide we've created just for subscribers. It's the best way to stay plugged in and support what we're building here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.